all the studios are dirty. It's been really nice. I can't complain. All right, next up, strippers, camels, chicken assault. Must be time for those awesome Florida grown stories. It's the only place you'll hear stuff like that. Let's see what's going on this week. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the end of another fantastic week. Hope y'all had a great time. Got everything accomplished you wanted to this week. It's been really nice. I can't complain. Weather-wise, it's been great. Work-wise, not so bad. In general, I guess nothing really to complain about. But it is definitely time for some of those interesting Florida grown stories. This is a segment where I share with you our homegrown, one-of-a-kind Florida stories you can only find here in my wonderful state, and you can enjoy in your wonderful state. Today's first story is a story of religion. Oh, I know. I always say we don't do politics, we don't do religion, we don't talk about your sisters, mothers, or brothers. But this one's a little different. I think everybody's gonna find this one pretty interesting. It's what we would call religion with a twist, all right? Man, we're having a lot of exterior sound effects today. I'm over here in Studio C, which is usually pretty quiet, but as you can tell, they're not gonna give me a break. First it was the airlines, now it's the police. Anyway, I thought you'll all be interested in this story. This story comes to us from the West Palm Beach area. That's on the east coast of Florida. I live on the west coast, so completely across the state. It seems that a church has outgrown their facility and are currently looking for a new home for the congregation. And they'd actually like it to be large enough to add to the congregation. So, the pastor, being the super intelligent guy he is, saw a property up the road that was for sale and immediately saw two birds with one stone deal. You see, the facility that he found is a strip club. What? You think you heard me wrong? Oh no. For those of you who don't know what that is, maybe they call it something different in your country. It is an adult bar where ladies remove their clothes and dance for gentlemen for money, usually in the form of bills, 1, 5, 10s, hundreds, as high as you can go. They love those Benjamins. Anyway, our forward-thinking progressive pastor, it dawned on him. These people need saving as much as everyone else, and they happen to have a facility 3 times the size of his. So, taking this brainstorm into consideration, he approaches the flock, and what do you think they say, huh? I'll give you a second. What do you think they said? They were all for it, 100%. They said it's one of the best ideas he's ever had. This is a very progressive church, I'm guessing. They embrace the idea. They believe that those ladies need salvation, plus they're customers. So this was the increase in congregation he was also looking for. So let's break it down. You have strippers, you have stripper patrons, and you have a hall with a very good audio system that can hold over 3,000 people. So note, I've never seen this strip club. I have no idea what's the name of it, but, oh no, let me take that back. I had to find out the name of it because I never heard of a strip club large enough to hold 3,000 patrons, right? This place is called Jingle Dingle Double D Ranch. Thumbs up for that. It's a heck of a name for an adult club. So I guess the church will be the Church of Dingle Double D Ranch New Age Church. I don't know. Gotta work on that name. But what do you think? I know what the men think, all right? I'm speaking to you ladies, and I have quite a lot of them that follow the channel. You interested in joining a church whose congregation is strippers? Or trying to save strippers and their patrons? I know all the men are in for that salvation. It's our duty to save those women. I'm just not quite sure Rini would agree with that. But you let me know in those comments down below. Stripper church? Got one in your town? We have one here in Florida. I know you're jealous. Well, if you enjoyed that, oh, the next one, even more interesting. Let's check that out. Gotta clean the car this weekend. Been lazy. All right, next up, this one's one of my favorites too. I guess they're all my favorites today. They're all really good. Our next story involves an animal. The animal of the desert, the boat of the desert, the camel. Here in Florida, truck stops with amusing attractions were a very big thing. Not so much today anymore. Most of them have gone away, but there are still one or two. Our story today takes us to one of those truck stops. You see, at the petting zoo at this particular truck stop, that's right, we're talking about a truck stop with a petting zoo, they actually have a 600-pound camel as one of their petable animals. Well, our Floridian neighbor, we'll call her, 73-year-old woman, decides that her and her group would like to take pictures and see this particular animal. So, upon exploration, not sure if you realize this, but most people in Florida travel with their dogs everywhere they go. I mean, it's just recently that they've been banned from the supermarket because people use no common sense whatsoever. Anywho, along those lines, they all have lap dogs here. This person's tiny little lap dog makes a break for the pen and goes zip right underneath the fence and is now in the enclosure with the 600-pound camel. Well, of course, Mama, being the good doggy mommy she is, goes into a hysterical panic and decides that she too is going to crawl under the fence to retrieve little Rover. But, unfortunately, Mr. Camel, not so happy with their behavior. You see, one thing that our Floridian neighbors left out was their group was a bit drunk and they didn't want to just pet the camel. From other witnesses, they were antagonizing the animal. They were poking at it, they were smacking at it, they were teasing it, they were pissing it off in general. So when our good friend the camel saw his opportunity to get revenge, what did he do? What the rest of us would do. He took full advantage of that. As she crawled underneath the opening of the enclosure, he sat his 600-pound ass down on her, right on her, pinning her to the floor, leaving her helpless and in need of saving. But, unfortunately, for the camel that is, Florida citizens are fighters. Just a heads up. If you ever get into an argument with somebody from Florida, walk away. Just walk away. We love to fight. We like fisticuffs. We're into violence. You know, we own guns. So the camel wasn't thinking all the way. He didn't think it through. Because when he sat on this lady, 73-year-old drunk, he presented her quite the good target. You see, his, how would I say this? His camel manhood, his camel junk was in her face. And so, like most women would do when presented in a panic situation, she struck out at them. Right? You know where this is going. Causing the camel to jump up off of her and saving herself. But what makes this story so interesting is not that she struck out at them with her hand. She bit down on them. Oh, that's right. I guess Florida girls are a different breed. She got herself a mouthful of camel nut and crunched away. Now, for the gentlemen in the audience, you know, that sends you about 100 feet in the air, did the Camel as well. But there is a good ending to this story. Of course, the woman was fine, the dog was saved, and the Camel suffered no permanent damage. But the police did investigate, find out that they were teasing this animal, and she was arrested for assault. Assault with deadly intention, right? Bite somebody in the nuts, that's deadly intention, my friends, just to let you know. But what do you think? Letting the camel sit on you? Got the nerve to bite down on some camel nuts? Let me know. I mean, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do to free yourself, but that show you. Don't be picking on no animal that's 3 times your size, huh? She was a big girl, but not big enough for that. And if you thought that was funny, I got one more good one. I think we're all gonna enjoy it. If not, I know I did. Let's check that one out. Man, all the studios are dirty. You gotta get out here, man. It hasn't been raining. Horrible running a multi-studio setup. So much work. Well, my friends, boys and girls, we have one more story. Comes to us from the Jacksonville area. That is in northeastern Florida. Quite the well-known town. Pretty cool, beautiful beach. Anyway, this report comes to us from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. You see, they were summoned to a local KFC. Now, I know I've told you in the past, we got flying stackable cars at McDonald's. Our fast food outlets tend to always have something interesting going on down here. This is why they're the Florida grown stories. You all got stories where you're from, but trust me, the ones I'm giving you are just from today. So it's not like I've been gathering them for a while. Let's get to it. Today's KFC story, unsponsored, is about a woman, a man, and some flying chicken. You see, it appears one of our local citizens had a hankering for some of those delicious secret herbs and spices that the Colonel delivers. Decided to head to their local drive-thru, which from what I understand, this is an extremely busy location in Jacksonville. So the patron noticed that the employees inside, and I'll tell you, this bothers the crap out of me too, always. No hair nets, not wearing any gloves, just yapping away on top of the food and unwrapped food, grabbing stuff with their bare hands, cleaning rags, and then putting your chicken together. I ain't having it either. Well, our friend in the car that was in the drive-thru waiting for his order decided he was gonna film this. That he would film this and send it to corporate and let them know what's going on. That the sanitation and hygiene at this particular location was so subpar, he could not see himself accepting the order. Well, what happened was the employee that was making up his order saw this. Saw him with his cell phone out, saw him filming them, and of course, being the sassy girl she was, decided to have some words with our patron. Didn't like his attitude, insisted he stop filming. He, of course, educated her about, you know, his First Amendment rights, and that here in the state of Florida, when you're in public, you can film anybody and anything you want. There is no perceived instance of privacy. Well, our young lady was not exactly the legal scholar we would hope she is, and did not take kindly to his lesson. So, she decided she would send him his chicken airmail. Say what? Oh yeah! She just started winging pieces of chicken at him. The box, the sides, the drink, all caught on tape. And that, my friends, in this state, and probably where you are, that's considered assault. Assault with a chicken weapon. I can't help it, you guys know I like puns. That's right. She was immediately scooped up, boxed up, and sent off to county lockup for assault with a deadly weapon. Now, I think they're a little overzealous with deadly weapon charge, I don't see chicken being a deadly weapon. I mean, I guess if it's fresh from the grease and possibly damaging, but not deadly. Anyway, that's how it goes. Flying KFC. Didn't think chickens could fly? Come to Jacksonville. Here in Florida, like I always say, things are a bit different, my friends. But what do you think? You putting up with somebody handling your food with the whole let me grab that chicken for you? Or you too? See me, I know these people already. I don't bust out my camera in that situation. I just tell them, pass and get a refund. That's thinking ahead. But I can see where maybe I'd be so upset one day that I'd fight with the girl, but I definitely wouldn't film them. Like you see when we do the Walmart run. People here in Florida are strange about being filmed. They either love it, hate it, want to be in it, or fight you for it. So I just pass when it looks too spicy for me. But what do you think? You going for the flying chicken? Or you too super pissed off and not having that lack of health codes? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you have any needs from A to Z, remember, you'll find some links down there too to our good friends at Amazon that want to help us keep making this great content for you. So, anything you need for your photography, for your home, for your car or office, use our good friends at Amazon. Go through one of those links down below and you'll keep supporting the channel. I always love you guys for it, and we always support Amazon. But you know what time it is. It's that time. Y'all know how we do it. Comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss one of these wonderful sequences that we're doing this week. Love ya. Everyone have a safe, wonderful, and productive weekend. See everybody back here early as can be, fresh on Monday morning. Love ya. Flying Chicken KFC. Only here grown in Florida. We grow those flying chickens.